Welcome to ArtMoose. I'm Roshelle Baier, your show host for this special segment on Elephant Parade. I'm excited about today's guests. We have Mike Spitz, the co-founder of Elephant Parade, joining us through the magic of technology. Elephant Parade is the world's largest open-air art exhibition of decorated elephant statues that seeks to attract public awareness and support for Asian elephant conservation. Mike Spitz, welcome, and thank you for joining us here on ArtMoose.
Great, thank you for having me here.
We appreciate you taking time to be on our show.
Well, I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy here, but we had to squeeze this interview in between being in the park with the elephants and running to the airport.
Mike, it looks like you are at one of the magnificent hotels down in Dana Point.
I'm at the St. Regis Resort in Dana Point, one of our partner resorts that made it possible to bring Elephant Parade to America.
Mike, I enjoyed meeting you and the artist during press day. The efforts that the artist put into this is remarkable. But this is about more than just decorated statues.
What we're doing with Elephant Parade is we're presenting something which is very, very serious and very, very severe, because 90% of the Asian elephant population has gone. And if we don't act now, it's finished forever. But we're doing it in a fun and entertaining way, and that's why people really engage.
Can you tell us how Elephant Parade came about?
Well, my father was actually the one who got the idea. He was holidaying in Chiang Mai in the north of Thailand, and somebody said you should go check out a little elephant hospital about an hour's drive from Chiang Mai, called Friends of the Asian Elephant. It's in Lang Pang. It's a small town, and he went there. And when he arrived there, a truck came on the premises, and a big elephant was sticking out of the truck, and they opened it up and they pulled out a tiny little baby elephant that had stepped on a landmine, and she'd lost her leg because of the blast, was bleeding really badly, and it was a horrible sight, and it really touched him emotionally, of course. So he said, what's going to happen with that little baby? And they said, well, we don't know yet. First we have to see if she survives, then we may have to give her surgery, or we will have to give her surgery, and if she survives, we would need to give her a prosthetic leg, a prosthesis, because otherwise she cannot, continue walking. But we need money. And then he got the idea. He got the idea because he thought, well, I can write a check, but this little baby elephant, if she will survive, she'll live a very long time, and she needs a continuous flow of income, or the hospital, to support that little baby elephant.
So what was your father's next step?
Found two young Thai artists and worked with them on our very specific shape and contour, and based on baby Moshe. And this is the Moshe as we see her and as we portray her now with the prosthetic leg, and she was the inspiration to start Elephant Parade.
Tell us how your father explained his idea to you.
He showed me his prototypes, and I said, what are you going to do with that? And he said, well, I'm going to do Elephant Parade, and I'm going to make statues which are about man height, 6 feet tall, put them in cities around the world, decorated and by artists from around the world, auction them, and generate a lot of income for Asian elephant conservation and for Moshe.
Mike, I know Elephant Parade is a passion of yours and has become your life's work. How did this come about?
Well, I had a job in a totally different field. I was manufacturing and selling optical frames and sunglasses. And my father at the time was 70, and he said he was going to do this, and I thought, well, if you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. So I offered my help, and we actually started doing it together. And I did it as a pet project. I did it next to my normal work, my optical business. And about after the first expo, and putting more and more time into it, my partner said, "Hey, Mike, this is great that you're doing this project, but we don't see you anymore. You're only talking elephants. So, and then I said, okay, yeah, you're right. I sold my shares in my business and dedicated my full time to Elephant Parade because it's more than a full-time job.
That is an amazing story. How's Moshe doing now?
Moshe is a naughty, happy, young elephant. She's doing very well. She's already grown out of a few of her prosthetic legs. So that's always a challenge, getting her a new leg and fitting it and making sure that she's comfortable with it. But she's a happy elephant, and she's still at the hospital. She's a permanent resident because, of course, she cannot go back into the jungle.
So, with all your traveling, do you still get to see Moshe?
I see her a couple times a year, and she's a happy elephant.
I know a few words from the Karen language. I found it incredibly interesting and appropriate that her name is Moshe.
Moshe means, in the Karen language, means star. And so she is the star, not only of the hospital, but also of Elephant Parades. So that's why we always feature her. This is a small half-size Moshe. But we always feature one Moshe in every Elephant Parade exhibition as our star and as our tribute to Moshe.
I know you started Elephant Parade overseas. Did you plan on it coming to the U.S.?
Well, it started with Dana Yager and said, well, let's go to America, and that fitted really well in our plan because we believe that America plays a huge role in conservation. So we had the luck of being invited by the resorts of Dana Point to host the first Elephant Parade in America. Without their support, it would not be possible. The city of Dana Point supported it wholeheartedly. They're also a fantastic force in making this happen. And we were also very lucky to get our grand patron, Wells Fargo, the private bank, on board, which not only supports us, but is a confirmation of what we're doing is serious and taken seriously. And so it's absolutely fantastic that all these companies and organizations and people help us, but most importantly, without the artists, they're just blank elephants.
If Moshe could speak a human language, what do you think she would say?
I think she'd probably think these guys are crazy, but I think she would appreciate it, and she would say thank you. Whenever I see her, she's happy. I think elephants are hyper intelligent. And they have emotion, and they know what's going on. It's funny because at the hospital, we've actually shown the figurines to the elephants. I think and actually once we had a full-size elephant, an exposition elephant, which was put with some of the elephants, and the way they reacted, they would take their trunk and start hitting it and touching it and feeling it. Like, seems like an elephant, but it isn't. There's something weird about it.
I know the artists and celebrities that painted these elephants typically paint on flat surfaces. So, did any of them express having any challenges?
I think most of the artists are used to working on two-dimensional surfaces. So it's a huge challenge, and because you're not only, it's not one side, but it's 360 degrees. From the bottom to the feet, everything. So it's usually a challenge, but they seem to really enjoy it because it's something new, it's something different.
I understand there are a number of different sized elephants, but the ones that are 5 feet tall and hand painted by world famous artists and celebrities, where do buyers put those?
I've seen them all over the place, in lobbies, in living rooms, in meeting rooms, in the gardens, on rooftops, and we had quite a few of our buyers lend out the elephants or donate the elephants to a children's hospital or different type of institutions. I think there's there's a lot of places where you can put them and where you make people really happy and where people get a smile. So it brings joy to people's lives when they are not only in private locations but also in semi-public locations, for example.
Mike, I am holding the cutest little elephant that Laura Seeley gave me. Obviously, there are a limited number of 5-foot tall elephants, but I can tell you I have so many friends who would love one of these.
We have the full-size elephants, which are the one-offs, exposition elephants. And then we have half-size, and we have a few other sizes. But what is really a great little product is our 10 centimeter figurine, or I think it's 5.5 inches. They are fantastic because what they did to them is they actually made them 3D. So as you can maybe see here, this is Laura Seeley's elephant. She's also in the exposition with her full-size elephant, and she has on the ears they're dolphins, and they come out just like real dolphins. It's really, and here's the whale, because of course Dana Point, where we started with the first expo in America, is taking place in Dana Point. Dana Point happens to be the whale watching capital of the world. So not only can you see elephants here, but also whales.
Mike, how do our viewers learn more about this important cause?
Well, probably best to start at elephantparadeamerica.com. And of course, Elephant Parade Welcome to America, our first entry into America, is taking place here in Dana Point. We're sitting here at the St. Regis, one of the resorts that's actually bringing Elephant Parade to America. But online you can find a lot of information, but of course we would prefer people to go see them, because when you see them you will be flabbergasted. It's really, really incredible art.
Can you tell us about a very important date coming up on November 17th?
We'll be auctioning the exposition elephants, and that money goes into the Asian Elephant Foundation. It's the asianelephantfoundation.org, and they're the ones that reach out to the elephants to help them.
Mike, we have viewers all over the world. If they can't make the auction on November 17th, is there any other way they can bid?
Sure, yeah. If you go to elephantparadeamerica.com, you'll find information on the auction. You can give us your details, and we'll send you all the needed information to be able to bid or to pre-bid.
Thank you for taking the time to be on our show. You are doing a great job for an important cause, and everyone here at ArtMoose wishes you the best of luck in painting a brighter future for the Asian elephants.
I'd like to say a big thank you to ArtMoose for talking about us and for letting me tell my story, and or our story, Moshe's story, and I hope everybody can enjoy the elephants.
Thank you for watching this ArtMoose special.